At least 15 people have died and shops and businesses looted and set on fire after violence erupted in Papua New Guinea. The PNG government has called in the Defence Force to try to restore order. Papua New Guinea correspondent Tim Swanston has more.
Well, many are describing it as the darkest day in Port Moresby, and security services referred to last night as total anarchy. The vision that came out from last night's riots and looting is honestly just extraordinary. Warehouses and shops have been set alight. We don't know exactly the extent of the damage this morning, but it appears a significant number of shops and businesses were targeted yesterday in the riots, and it appears that so many of them have been set on fire. Now, many business owners are just glad that their staff are okay. They described harrowing scenes as hundreds of people stormed businesses to steal before those businesses and shops then being burnt down. Now, police and Defence have been trying to restore order across the city. Defence were approved by Cabinet last night to become involved and to try and assist police. We know that further police reinforcements are being sent to Port Moresby at the moment.
I encourage all our citizens to step out today and give respect to your country one more time. Encourage your neighborhood that yesterday did happen. We acknowledge, we look into how we could correct, we look at how we would bring responsible people to face a full arm of law.
Now, this started yesterday, ultimately with a protest by police and Defence at Parliament House. They were furious that their pay had been docked, they were surprised by that amount that had been taken out of their pay. Now, the government later clarified that it was a glitch with payroll that had allowed for that to occur. But many are speculating that ultimately police and Defence protesting allowed for people to take to the streets with that looting and violence. We saw a statement from the Commissioner of Police, David Manning, and he didn't mince his words. He says he's not defending or making excuses for the actions of the members of the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary under their local command that left our streets vulnerable. So certainly a very dramatic and chaotic security situation last night. Ultimately, we're going to see that those supply issues now, with so many shops that have been torched, will be a very difficult situation. So many people are going to struggle to get the kinds of supplies that they need, and it's going to cause quite a considerable drama here in Port Moresby. Senior business leaders and politicians are absolutely dismayed. The local governor says that it is a very sad and sombre day indeed. So there's some tough questions that will be asked in the coming days as to how this was allowed to happen, and many people will of course be reflecting on what is indeed a very dark and sad day here in Port Moresby.